Lovely people, what's going on? Welcome or welcome back to the Love Naturally experience. And I do hope that all of you are in a good space right now. And if not, guess what? We're about to get you there. I do want to do a goddess energy update. So this is kind of like a part 2. I was very resistant to recording today, but clear the energy. I felt really called to get online. First off, I've just been feeling really tired lately. Really having a difficult time with just getting my energy to be just where I need it to be to get things done. So if that's resonating with you, I just want to remind you that we have some huge transiting energies at the original time of recording. And amongst that are powerful new moons and solar eclipse, as well as an approaching Mercury retrograde, I believe starting around April 26th. This is a timeless message whenever it's reaching you, but without further ado, let's go ahead and look at what is the current transiting energy. What are the goddesses wanting to say to us right now about what's going on externally? By externally, I mean in the world, because as above, so below, as within, so without. So a lot of times what I've noticed is a lot of the things that's happening inside of us tend to appear in the world around us. So let's take a look at the external really quickly. We ask our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides to please stand at their points, protecting the circle so that messages only rooted in divine truth are allowed through. Ashe. And I ask my angels to stay close to me, protecting me as I channel these messages. Ashe. They are here. Okay. So goddesses, we ask you to use me as a divine channel. Help us to see what is going on around us and the transiting energy. What is going on externally in the world around us that you want us to know, to be aware of, to begin doing more of, less of, that's coming up. Just what can you show us that you want us to know? I'm going to leave it at 3 cards. And I will be using the tarot to open up each of these cards. One of which has already popped out, which is the 6 of Coins. I have a feeling that you two go together. Okay. Please open up this first card. And please open up the second card here. Okay. So I want to start with the first energy that I did see that came out, which was the nurturance card here. And it came up with the 6 of Coins. So automatically I'm feeling that there is a call for us to start to find a way that we can give back to the earth. Real simple, real straight shooter type shit. This is a call for us to decide in what ways can we nurture the earth, which I feel in turn, we'll see when we look at the internal part of the energy. I feel like the goddesses are saying the more that we nurture the earth, the more that we're going to learn how to nurture ourselves. So some of that could mean picking up a new recycling habit or plan that you have to recycle better, to be less wasteful with water. Maybe some of you tend to run the water a lot at when you're brushing your teeth or in your morning rituals or whatever it is. I'm just feeling that there is a call for us to be more consistent and more conscious of how we are being wasteful and how we are interacting with the earth. Are we interacting in a space? It's like having a roommate. If you had to live with someone, you would want them to be considerate. You would want them to be mindful of your things. You would also want them to be kind or generous, or at least pay their damn bills on time. So I feel that this is the same can be applied. If we are residents and inhabitants of Earth, not the other way around. Earth is not living inside of us. We are living with Earth, and somebody needs to get their belt changed, okay? And that might just be confirmation, but dang. Anyhow, but I also feel like that's the squeaky wheel. That's the squeaky wheel that gets the oil. And right now there might be something that is happening. I'm trying not to do the internal, but there might be something that's happening in your bodies in relation to your digestion that is making you look at at, okay, what do I eat? Should I be eating more cleanly? Should I be eating more green? Should I be eating, and by green I mean buy more vegetables? Should I be eating more fruits? Should I start a garden? If you have a space in your residence where you live, obviously, to start a garden, should you start one? Should you start an herb garden? Should you start a flower garden? Should you start maybe just growing potatoes or growing carrots or growing one thing? I just feel that there is a call for us to start connecting back to nature. And one of the best ways to do that is through the type of foods that we're eating. Some of you may even want to do some volunteering, because you see how he's outside. The city is in the background. Like all of that in the background, those buildings, like that's the city from afar. And I feel that this person is stepping outside of a city area to do good work. So this could mean that you need to maybe step outside of your local communities. If you're, excuse me, I'm having like an allergic reaction right now out of nowhere. But it could mean that you're stepping outside of your local communities in order to reach a area, I want to say demographic, excuse me, because it could also be a service that you need to do to others, to give goodwill towards others. But outside of it being an exchange between another person and a volunteer experience, I just see some of you who live in an inner city or urban area getting outside of that and stepping more into nature. So connecting back to nature is the point. We have here wind with mother creativity. It was in reverse. And the 3 of Cups. With this Gemini energy here at the bottom of this card, and then also with this 3 of Cups, 3 being the number of communication, I feel that there are some messages that are coming through to us. But how is this affecting us globally? Okay. So there are communications that are going to be delivered to us in a creative news sense. So information is going to fall in our laps in a very creative way. I'm feeling that this, let me confirm before I say it, because you don't want to be saying stuff and it don't be right. Yeah, this is going to be good news. Wow. So I feel that there is something that we're moving forward in. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's a financial. Okay, yep. Okay. So what I'm seeing is going to happen over the next, I'm hearing 3 months and 1 to 2 weeks. But let's just stick with the 1 to 2 weeks, because I feel like that's a shorter window. But I feel like this is something that will be taking place over the course of 3 months, where we are going to be getting information in. And with this mother creativity, I feel that this is something that has been underway for a long time. It's a creative way. It's a new way. It's a new way of us doing something as a society, as a world. I'm predominantly talking about the US. I'm hearing Australia for some reason. But however it applies to you, there will be an announcement made publicly that will be beneficial to its local citizens, I feel, mainly in the US, and it could be Canada. I did hear Australia before, like I said, where we have been stagnant for a while, but things have finally started to progress. It's been a long time in the making for this. There's been a lot of deliberation, a lot of consideration, and also a lot of arguments and disagreements and fighting over this issue or this topic. But I do feel that it is one related to finances. It is one that's going to help a lot of people regain and reestablish their financial stability. And notice that this is the king of coins. This isn't the page, or this isn't 10 of pentacles. This is the king of pentacles. So there is certainly a Because you see how they're celebrating with this information, with this news. I feel like the Great Mother, all of the Great Mothers in the Council of Nine, I'm hearing, those of you who are familiar with the Council of Nine, who is related to the 9 Terpsichoreans in Greek mythology, or the 9, I'm just hearing the Holy Nine, but there's a collaboration of celestial great mothers who have put together a way for this transition and this plan to be seeded and come through to benefit a lot of us in a financial way. So that is one thing that we can look forward to hearing. I'm excited about that. That's a very interesting message. And let's take a look at the last one here. We have here boundaries in reverse. I'm noticing how reverse is putting the red ram, because they look like rams, all of them, right? But it is putting the red ram at the top, which is very significant of that Aryan or Aries energy, excuse me, because I don't want it to be confused with the Aryan race, but the Aries energy. And that Aries energy, I feel, with this boundaries is helping us to fortify some degree of stability. But let's see how this is affecting us externally in the world. We have here the 3 of Swords. Let me sit with this energy and see what's going on. Oh, I get it. So there is something that we are going to each have to sacrifice. So while we are still dealing with the external, everybody in their own right with this transiting solar eclipse, I'm hearing. Still a timeless message, but in particular with this solar eclipse. And if you reflect back, if you're listening to this after the fact, you probably can recall around April, let's say 20th, 2023, around that time, could be that time and a few weeks out, was there something very significant that you had to let go of, that you had to release, that you no longer could attach yourself to? I'm seeing that this release is something that is going to be necessary for us to fortify boundaries. Boundaries around what? What's so ironic to me is, I've never really noticed before, but do you see this little hat in the background? It kind of looks like a pope or a papal's hat. Someone who is a prominent religious figure. I feel that we are going to be getting very disheartening information, because got some good with the good news on the financial end, but I feel that there's going to be some disheartening information that we receive that's going to be like, what? It's going to cause a lot of backlash. Now, I want to be very clear. I'm not referring to the incident that has just recently happened with the Dalai Lama and the young boy. Now, this could be tied to that. I don't know. Or I'm not sensing it. It could be tied to that, but I feel that there is going to be it could be information. Let me get some more cards. What is this with this 3 of Swords and these boundaries? Why am I seeing that hat like that? Yeah, it's a religious figure. The Magician. There's a religious figure in which we're going to see a transition happen. They may have to step down. Because this came out in reverse, but I'm holding it upright. They may end up having to step down, and this is going to affect a lot of people who Wheel of Fortune. This is going to be an unfortunate change. It's going to affect a lot of people who followed this religious person. So it could be more information that we get out, because it's, again, the 3 of Swords. And swords represents information, the tongue in a metaphysical sense, not in like a biological sense. It represents communication and the air element. And I feel that the information that we're going to get is going to be just heartbreaking. And it's going to end up causing someone to have to step down. And it's also going to, I feel, cause an uproar amongst a group of people. Because with the way that this Aries is positioned up and the way that boundaries is upside down, it's like the boundary has been crossed. You broke my heart. And it could be some retaliation that I'm sensing. Could be some retaliation. Ace of Swords at the bottom. And when I say retaliation, I mean the people who follow this religious sector or religious figure will want justice. There will be a call for justice, a demand for justice, and I'm seeing that there will be a fight for it, literally. And it, not the best news to deliver, but it's news that is rooted in justice based on the information that we will learn about this religious figure. Outside from that, I do want to just remind us of the good news, right? That there is something that is beneficial to us. We will be celebratory or happy over. It will be a victory. It will feel like a victory. And it could even be related to this figure where we are cracking down on perhaps a larger ring of criminal activity against children that happens on a global scale. So to me, that's a victory too. That's a big win, a big victory. If y'all knew the evils that do happen out there, may you never find out. So let's transition from the thank you, great mothers. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank y'all for being here with me. I can't tell you how important it is to be able to connect with people who are really dedicated to just expanding their mind, expanding their hearts, expanding their spiritual journeys and path. I'm actually going to put this deck to the side because like minds can really create such great change, and you guys encourage me and motivate me so much. So I just hope that this does the same for you. So with that said, I do want to transition into the internal. Let's take a look at and see what is going on inside of us. What do we need to be paying attention inside of us with? All right. And at the very end, I have the angel. This is a pretty familiar deck if you watch a lot of tarot readings. If not, then hey, you'll get familiar with it. Starting here, this is a deck where I want you to think of a question and we're going to get you some advice on that situation. Whatever your situation is, we'll consult the goddesses and their angels that they send down to us and get you some advice on that situation. That said, we're going to look at the chakra body, see what's going on in there. So great mothers, do tell us what is going on in our chakra bodies that you want us at this moment with this transiting energy to be paying more attention to. We got one that fell out. Got another one. Okay. We'll stick with the 3. Bottom of the deck is perception in reverse. Let's get these opened up. We'll take that as the first opener. Actually, we'll put it here because that's where it kind of fell. Open up the first card for me, please, Spirit. I am taking reversals today. Open up the second card, please. Thank you. Okay, y'all, let's see what's up. Inside of us internally, we have rejection. Rejection. Again, with that 3. 3 might be a number that you're seeing a lot, but if not, don't look for it, don't pull for it, don't worry about it. And we have here the 10 of coins. Okay. Let's see. What I'm seeing is that off the bat, some of you are trying to think of a way to change your family dynamic or your household dynamic. There are some ideas that you are either presenting within the household or that you want the support of from your household. This could look like going back to school. This could look like starting a business venture. This could look like starting an investment, giving a hobby that is actually something you're really passionate about, a strong shot to see if you can monetize it. This could also be learning a new skill that you can use to maybe like drop shipping and monetizing there. But I do feel that you're worried. There's some concerns about this, maybe because you don't, but I feel like you do have the support around you. You just haven't really spoken up too much about it. Let me get some more guidance here. Open up this rejection card a little bit more with this 10 of coins. Open up one more with me, for me. We have here the King of Cups, and we have here the Sun card. I do feel that this is something that's related to you not feeling that you have the emotional stability system or the emotional support system around you. I feel that there could be a masculine figure in particular or a masculine entity. Perhaps you are a feminine listening and you have your masculine counterpart who is not giving you support with this. It could be a paternal or a parental figure, or it could be a boss. It could be a boss that you work with that is a male, or a female boss who works in her masculine energy, or it could be just a partner. But there is something or someone that right now you are afraid to either share your dreams with, or you've shared it with them already and they've rejected your dreams, or they've shot you down, or they make you kind of keep going back to the drawing board about it. So what Spirit or what the goddesses are saying about this energy is I'm hearing, if at first you don't succeed, yes, try and try again. There is something about you being persistent. Do you see how all of these hands are around the sun? It's like each try. It's like throughout the year. This is something that's not going to come quickly or even super easily with this King of Cups being in reverse. But I do feel that with each try, you get closer. With each attempt, it's money in the bag. It's bank. It's money in the account. And even if not money in the financial, physically, monetary sense, it's money. Current money is currency, and currency is not just in the form of physical wealth. It's also in the form of mental wealth, emotional wealth, social wealth. So what I feel is happening is you are developing Spirit. The goddesses right now are giving you this bit of adversity. I get it, Spirit. Thank you so much. I love when they clear it up for me, because I want it to be clear for y'all. It's not for me, it's for y'all. They're saying that they're giving you this little tad bit of adversity because they want you to master your craft. They want you to master the vision, to master what it is that you want to see developed at the end of this. There is, again, this calling, not a calling. It's already planted. You're ready. I feel that you've already even been attempting to do it. Even you have maybe family helping you. It could be a fucking food truck that you're selling the best kielbasa sausage on the block. You know, I'm trying not to curse so much, but that I'm also not trying to not curse so much. It's just the passion that I feel that has to be applied for you to persevere. I recommend that you check out my podcast on perseverance versus endurance, where perseverance is just something that is connected to a particular sort of mentality that we've developed over time. I think you would benefit from listening to that. It's a pretty short listen. It's only about 20 minutes. Let's move on a little bit though. So again, I do feel that the goddesses are putting this adversity on your path just a little bit because they want you to keep going. They want you to keep going so that way this can be something that ends up being mastered. So let's open this up a little bit more. So we have the wisdom card in reverse. And we have the Two of Cups. Automatically, I'm channeling that. So if we turn this wisdom card on and you look at it this way, you're getting divine intuitive sparks. Right now, you are receiving, I'll put it upright, but remember wisdom was not upright. You are receiving divine intuitive sparks. You are receiving messages from your higher self. Two of Cups, yes, it could mean romance, but in this sense, I'm not focusing on your love life. I'm focusing on the fact that your higher self, this is your earthly self, this is your higher self. These are the angels. These are all of the natures that we were talking about before, how you need to give back to nature, give back to Mother Earth. That's all of the nature, and that's what, they're saying you're going to get divine sparks when you're in nature. That's why you need to be out in nature more, giving back to nature, because as you give back to nature, nature's going to say, okay, boom. One of the fairies in the bush is going to say, boom, here's a little muse of a spark for you. Why don't you write this book? Why don't you add this ingredient to your new barbecue sauce? Why don't you try upholstering the wood to this? Obviously, I don't do anything with like my hands in a way with wood, but like for the woodworkers out there, you might be like, damn, I can't figure out how to attach this apparatus to this apparatus. Oh no. And then you're like, shit, that's how you do it. Damn, I should have went on this hike a long time ago, brother. It's things like that. You're going to start to get that spark, that wisdom. All them M's I'm putting at the end of this wisdom. Come on, feel me. That wisdom is going to kick online into you, because your higher self. Right now, we just transitioned, the goddesses are telling me to tell y'all, we just transitioned through a portal. A while back in the news, and again, the original recording date today is 8/16/2023. A few weeks back on the news, there was articles, you might still can find them, that were stating that scientists had just located, NASA scientists, mind you as well, a new black hole. And we were transitioning past this new black hole. Now, who's to say that we did not go through that bitch? Who gonna tell you? Oh, hey, reporting live from Universe C. Yeah, we just traveled through a black hole last night, and let me tell you, Tom, it was quite a ride. How's it going down? Like, we wouldn't know, or would we? Or we wouldn't, or would we? Or we wouldn't. Like, what do we actually think happens in black holes, right? So, with all that, I'm just saying that alignment, along with many other things that are happening cosmically for us, especially in this beautiful age of Aquarian, we are coming into connection with our higher self so much more. Another thing about this rejection card, some of you are rejecting the messages that your higher self and your angels have been giving you. They've been telling you, leave that job, do this, that's going to get you more money, open that business. You don't need a standard corporation anymore to support you, or you need to leave this corporation and go to that corporation because that corporation is going to support you better. They have better benefits, they have better managers, they have better team leaders, they have better employee outings and appreciation days. There are these intuitive nudges and wisdom and hints and instinctual hunches that you've been getting, and you're not listening to them. That's why you feel anxiety right now. You thought I ain't know? You feel anxiety all in your chest because you're not following your heart. You're not the goddess sits at the heart. She waits at the heart. She's the weight. She is the Libra scale at the heart. Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus is the goddess of love. Love is related to the heart. Waiting to see what will you do. Not good or bad, right or wrong. The fuck is good or bad, right and wrong? In a world amongst gods, it's about listening to what is in your soul. That's what it's about. And that's the energy that's transitioning through right now. I notice something about myself. Whenever I do these readings, I start off kind of, mild. And then when the goddesses come through, the goddesses that I rump with, oh, they're fierce. They fiercely love, they fiercely protect, and they will fiercely get your ass up off that motherfucking couch and start doing the work that you came here to do. And that work don't have to be, I have to save the world. That work could just be washing your ass that morning to get you out of a depression. Because you're not meant to be sad for the rest of your life. Who told you that that was your life? You don't have to do that, bid. So you, again, are being connected to a higher part of yourself. This intuitive wisdom is coming in at this time perfectly. And please follow suit on that guidance that you are hearing in your heart. It's like in Pocahontas, the original Pocahontas, before they make this one over too. There's the tree, the native ancient tree that Pocahontas used to go to. And the tree would tell her, listen with your heart, you will understand. It's just, I wish I could play that song right now for you. But it's listen with your heart. Listen with your heart. Listen with your heart. My divine masculines, get out of your head space. Come down from your cerebral and settle all your woes, your anxieties, your thoughts in your heart. My divine feminines, take all that's gurgling, all those emotions that's tightening up your hips, binding your stomach up or loosening your stomach up, throwing off your cycle. Bring all of that up into your heart space and allow that shit to level out. Once we do that, you will find a path of, you see this yellow, pure joy. Because you got the Sun card and you got the King of Cups. You will be in divine flow. The goddesses are trying to get you in divine flow, but you gotta let her in. You gotta listen to your heart, because your happiness and fulfillment is coming. Following your passions. And that is what the energy is that's transiting right now. It's about you following and pursuing your passions. It's like, no. What is your true passion? That's where we start. That's where we look first. That's where we begin. That is where we start to nurture. You have the nurturance card on the global scale. Didn't we say everything is everything? And you got the 6 of freaking coins again. Come on, y'all. You saw me shuffle. This was the opener card about nurturance. And we just said a second ago, you're here to nurture. You nurture yourself in your own heart space. You end up nurturing the world. It goes hand in hand. Oh. So please spend some time in silence. If you don't know how to do that, the best teacher of that is nature. Go out in nature. Sit by a tree. Sit by a patch of grass if you're in an inner city and you can't find a tree. You can find a tree somewhere, because a tree even grows in Brooklyn. And go and listen to a bird. Watch a squirrel. Study a bee. Observe the leaves of a plant and see how it transitions to flower petals or thorns or shrubbery or nothingness, depending on where you are. Look at the snow. Look at the dirt. Do you see any ants? Look at the grass. Can you identify life? Absorb the sun. Observe the moon. Understand the nature of water. And when you have absolutely no form of nature around you, my G, and by G I do mean God, the generator and operator and destroyer of your universe. Listen to the air. What messages does she speak and whisper to you? No matter where you at, you have air. No matter where. I'm not even trying to rhyme. That kind of sounds funny. No matter where you got air, no matter where you got air, you got air, you got... Okay, we're getting silly, so y'all know that means it's time to wrap up. So go ahead, y'all, and please think of a question that you have that you need advice on. It could be any question at all. It could be related to, do I buy that house? Do I leave this guy? Do I propose to this gal? Do I, you know, do I make chicken or steak tonight? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you need help with, let's get that advice on it. Okay, so here's your advice on your question. You got your question? Oh no, somebody said they still need more time. Okay, well, you go ahead and I'm gonna start shuffling. Think about your question. I know you have more than one question, but just pick one. Okay, we're just gonna do one. Advice spirit on the collective for their situation. Okay. All right, I think everybody has their question. If not, pause and take more time. But here we go. The first thing I'm seeing is you need to ask others for help. I am feeling that there is a need for you to either join a network or to like maybe just take some time to look up and do some research. But this could also mean hiring somebody, like hiring helpful hands. Going back to my wood shop, like you might need to hire or ask someone. Like if you go by Home Depot, there's usually some people who are outside, like some workers who are outside who are really, really handy and that might be able to help you work. And I'm not saying just pick up anybody to let in your house to work, but I'm saying in the sense where you have to get some extra hands to help you. So this could also be for those of you who have a busy work schedule, because I do feel that some of you are trying to figure out the next move with your life because you have that call for your passion to follow in your heart, but you might not be following that. So I do feel that it could be getting certain type of help in the house, maybe with child care, pet care, things that you're saying, oh my gosh, I can never figure this out because of blank. So whether it's information you look up, a course that you enroll in, a network of people that you start to connect with. I'm hearing something with law or lawyers, just joining a group of people that you can learn from. You don't have to hire a lawyer, but there might be some type of legal groups of networking where people you can make friends with and you can learn from them. I don't know. Even in a financial way, if you need like a financial advisor, just get some help. You are ready. You are ready to whatever it is that you need your advice for. I'm going to try not to channel too much because sometimes I can channel for one person and not for others. So to keep it general, whatever it is that you're waiting on, you're ready. You're ready to take this initiative. You're ready to start doing this. You're ready to leave. You're ready to go. You're ready to start. You're ready to begin. You're ready to get this help. You're ready to begin this project. You're ready. Like, I feel very much so for many of you, this is something you're initiating. But if it is something that you're closing and finishing, you're ready to put the final touches on and to send this off. You're ready to send this into the publisher. You're ready to draft this contract and say, oh, done. You're ready to sign the contract. Like, you're ready. Okay. Some more advice. There is something better. So I do feel that for some of you, there is going to be, if you're wondering, I feel that if connecting this to you're ready and ask others for help, I feel that you're ready to if you're transitioning away from something or you're transitioning and leaving, whether it's a relationship or a job. I feel like for a lot of you, it might be a job or a type of work. It could be a completely different career path. There's something that's better that's going to be coming in for you. So just be patient, because you're going to see that in time that there's going to be a very good opportunity that will present itself to you from you taking the initiative with whatever it is that you have to do under this you're ready part. So if you're leaving one job, you might be finding that you get a better job somewhere else. And again, this is not telling you to leave or to do anything that's going to jeopardize your financial situation or your household or your livelihood or yourself. I am giving you suggestions based on the energy that I'm reading around you. You must always follow your own intuition. Remember, I don't know you, and you, at the end of the day, definitely don't know me. So use your better judgment. Take this advice and apply it in your life, how you can best apply it. where you can best apply it. And see, there's something better coming within the next few months. We said 3 earlier. We said that there's information that's coming in from a financial sector somehow with 3. I feel that that's going to be in the field of real estate. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be related to something with like maybe like homeowners get more homeowner buyers insurance. I don't know. There's something with money, or there's some type of announcement, but outside of it being like a global thing, within the next few months, you're going to have that thing that's revealed to you of something better coming to you. You will see it within 3 months. Okay. And then lastly, I wanted to give some of you who needed this, there's just a no with an exclamation at the bottom. So for some of you, you might need this confirmation for you. All right, I won't read on this bottom card. With that said, I am done, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for stopping by the Love Naturally experience. I'm so happy we did this today. I feel like we got good clarity. And if you enjoy this, thumbs me up, please, and leave a comment or two. You know, I tend to reply on your comments as quickly as I can. And, you know, until the next time, I enjoyed your company thoroughly. Love Naturally is out, baby.